I subscribe to both Matt Taibbi and Glenn Greenwald, and I think they embody what the left is supposed to do. They're supposed to look at tyranny and point to it. There is tyranny. You know what I'm saying? And the right is supposed to recapitulate and help build a new hierarchy. And I think that's getting short-circuited with this onslaught of digital and social media. And I think that at the root of that are algorithms. And there's this quote from that documentary, The Social Dilemma. Someone quoted said, an algorithm is an opinion in a code, right? So how can we understand algorithms from a symbolic framework?
So I think that the algorithms are working, they're working similarly to a kind of how can I say this, like a crystal ball or a form of divination. And so that's what social media seems to be doing, especially Google acts as a form of divination. And so because the algorithms, they're not the opinion of one person. This is what's important, is that it's hard when people think that there's necessarily like someone sitting up there with a certain color hat and who is, let's say just enforcing top down the way that things work. I mean, you can imagine something like principalities doing that, like that disembodied spirits, you could say, or disembodied patterns doing that. But it's not really that simple to think that it's an actual conspiracy. So what happens is that it ends up being like a pool where, this chaotic pool of motion, and then in that will appear, let's say the pattern will appear in that kind of chaotic thing. And so it's not that necessarily one person is directing it, but then everybody is kind of pushing and pulling and pushing and pulling. And then there's this weird emergent thing that happens, which ends up looking like the body of a principality. And so that's why I say it's almost like divination. It's almost like necromancy. It's like a weird form of necromancy where you take all these dead things like data and whatever, and you gather them together, and through a magic formula, they kind of take a life on their own. And I don't think that nobody controls those algorithms. I don't think so. I don't think they even know they launch, because you can see sometimes where you can actually know sometimes that it gets out of control because weird things start happening. Like so all of a sudden it's like certain videos start disappearing and then they reappear, or then, people get demonetized massively. And then the next day they get remonetized, and that it's just they launched the algorithm and now it's doing all this damage that they didn't plan on. And now they have to try to come in and try to fix it and try to rearrange it. And so it's a scary thing because it really is taking up this kind of bottom up thing, like I said, of this pool of water, or this crystal ball, or this throwing the bones. And then the pattern kind of comes in and manifests itself. And the side effects of that pattern are things that they didn't understand. And that's why, like, if you look at someone like Mr. Facebook, he's you can see that he's a techie, he's a nerd, he's a dweeb. He doesn't have moral understanding, and so he doesn't know what to do. He's got this massive the biggest thing in the world, and now he has no idea how to deal with it because he's a tool of something else. Like he created this Frankenstein, and now he doesn't know how to control it. He can't. It's too late now. Yeah. And the way that they did it, it's easy. It's related to symbolism. The way that they did it is that they created an attention economy. They everything's based on attention, and everything online is based on attention. And so they have profit to maintain your attention. And that is what is creating all the madness is the fact that they just want quantity of attention, not quality of attention. They just want quantity. So because they want quantity of attention, then everything about it, whether it's porn, whether it's rage, whether it's all the passions are coming to the fore, and all of the ideological madness is coming to the fore. All of this is coming to the fore because the internet asks of us quantity of attention. and has no way of discerning quality of attention. Absolutely no way of doing that.